What's cracking, YouTube? I am coming at you guys today with some Fusion X Synchro recap stuff. I was a little upset with this event when it first started. I don't know if any of you guys saw my previous stream, but I was really excited to play this Gaia extra deck. It didn't go well. And I'm sure you can tell just by looking at the deck itself why. It really was meant to be just like a more fun, casual deck, and Fusion Synchro is not that kind of event. Not to mention the fact that, and honestly, I've been playing this game for long enough, I should have known better. The event doesn't necessarily mean like play Fusions and Synchros. It means you can play Fusions or Synchros. So I switched over to my Myutant deck. It's been going a little bit better. Let's see how many dual replays we can go over in the next 15 minutes. So I'm going to start here with two of my losses. I have obviously been winning a lot more games now that I switched decks. I don't think I won a single game with the Gaia extra deck, which is why I was having such a bad time. And again, it's just not geared towards the level of play that is needed or expected from an event like this. So up here, we are up against Cyber Dark / Cyber Dragon. I am going to fast forward a little bit just because we got about 13 minutes to get through a lot of duels here. So they're going to basically just run through a lot of comboing here with Cyber Dark Realm, searching, pitching the Cyber End with Cybernetic Horizon, and then eventually they get to a point here where they basically... The Chimera Tech Fortress was kind of weird, but I guess they just wanted the Cyber Dark pieces in the graveyard. They're going to power bond for Cyber Darkness Dragon, and then they are going to tribute it for Cyber Dark End Dragon. Now take 2k from the power bond earlier for the Cyber Darkness Dragon, but this Cyber Dark End Dragon is really scary. The 5k attack is hard to, surmise or just like get over. It's unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. So I guess it is still vulnerable to continuous effects. I don't really have any in this deck, though, that would apply. I thought for a moment that maybe if I got Mutant Blast equipped to a monster, it would work, but I'm fairly certain that that is an activated effect, because usually when you attack, it asks if you want to use the effect of Mutant Blast. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong on that, if that would have saved me, but... Basically, we are going to run through basic mutant combo here. ST46 gets us Lab. Lab special summons M05. Activate Lab to return the GB88. Drew an Arsenal. Not a great draw, but then tributing the ST in the Arsenal for a Beast. Tributing the M05 in our Trap for an Arsenal. Special summoning Mutant. Sending that and the Mutant Blast for the Mutant Mist. So we managed to pull all three on the field. That was pretty cool. Let me know. So here's where I'm confused on Mutant Blast. At the start of the damage step, if the equipped monster attacks an opponent's special summon monster, and I think this is where the effect activates. You can banish that opponent's monster. Not only because it's also optional, it's not a continuous effect. I'm pretty sure this would be considered an activated effect, so you have to choose to activate it, because you can attack and not use the effect as well. So that's why I didn't go with it. Everything else that I have in this deck is basically an activated effect. And I did try hitting the Mutant Fusion, brought out the Mutant Ultimatus, and whoo, Nelly, that's a big boy. 4k attack on him, but yeah, it's not enough for Cyber Dark End Dragon. I'm wondering, I do have Unstable Evolution in this deck. I'm wondering if that would have changed this thing's attack to 2400. Obviously, I didn't draw it, but that maybe might have saved me. I'm not sure. Again, let me know in the comments below what you think about that. I don't know if it's like you're activating the equipped spell so it would work, but yeah, I am curious about that. But, inapplicable. I didn't draw it. Basically, I kind of did the math here. Cyber Dark End was probably going to hit me for about 3,100. I knew they were going to get another monster out in the field. 3,600 damage. Anything with 1,500 attack or higher would have killed me, so surrendered at that point. Duel number 2 here was probably not as exciting, but we'll play it anyways. I know I showcase a lot of my wins on this channel. I don't mind showcasing losses too, like that last duel where it's like an interesting deck I'm playing against, or the person just has like interesting cards. I did what I could. I got the Mutant Ultimates on the field. That was pretty cool. This one I feel like was a little bit less exciting. The Punk deck is, I'm finding from this event, I've seen people splash Punk cards in just as like utility, as like a small engine to do certain things relevant to like Synchro or, just getting monsters on the field. This deck is pretty nasty with what it can do. I mean, you can see here, they are comboing off pretty hard. They search out a Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit through one of their effects, probably because it's a psychic monster. And they're ending on a pretty big board here with 4 cards still in hand. So, yeah, in a bit of a pickle. I summon the ST46, they Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit it. I'm going to search out the Mutant Fusion, activate the Mutant Fusion to summon out Mutant Synthesis. Trigger Synthesis's effect. We're going to try and destroy the field spell so they can stop drawing cards. They're going to trigger the Joruri Punk Nashiwari Surprise, which would allow them to blow up my Synthesis. Normally Synthesis can dodge stuff like this because you can chain its immunity, so I did that here to make it immune to trap cards for the rest of the turn, but unfortunately, and I saw this coming in advance, it's not enough. They're going to use the Ukyo Punk Sharakusai. They're going to Synchro Summon immediately with the Wielder for Ukyo Punk Amazing Dragon. The Amazing Dragon and the Psychic Wielder are going to trigger and blow up the Synthesis. Synthesis adds back ST46. And I already used my normal summon that turn. So, yeah, maybe it would have been better for me to grab the Lab, but I don't know. I knew that they had the hand trap. I think I saw them get the trap card as well. I knew they had the ability on the field with Wielder to bring out a monster and blow up my monsters. So I thought Synthesis would be the way, but didn't quite work out. They're going to hit the Extreme Session again, so it didn't even matter that I blew it up. They're going into some more combo stuff here. And right when they bring out, I think it's coming up right here. Yep, the Psychic and Punisher. I knew it was GG. Punisher was going to banish a monster from their field and banish my Draining Shield. And at that point, they had more than enough damage to inflict game right there. So another loss. That one didn't really do as well. Didn't get to play as much, but here we go. Now we got some more exciting duels coming up, lasting quite a few more turns. This one was against, I think, I want to say Dark. Was this Dark Magician? No. This was, we'll see it when they play. Okay, yeah, this was interesting. This person was playing the Dark End, the new Dark End card along with Dragon Maid, so they're going to use its effect in Fusion Summon a Xiao. Annoying card because it's a negate, and it special summons Dragon Maids back to the field. So basically what this guy's going for here is with Xiao, you can negate, you get the other Dragon Maid out, she can bring more Dragon Maids, and as long as you just keep recycling back 2 Dragon Maids every turn, you can keep using Dark End Evaporation Dragon to Fusion Summon out another Xiao. So I was a little bit nervous facing this deck because honestly, it's a nasty combo. I mean, you keep putting a Xiao out every turn, you can keep negating. That's a huge pain in the butt. So basically, you have to. It's a game of just break through the negate. So they destroyed my Pandaborg, started his Chain to pay 800, bringing a monster out from Psychic from the deck. Chain Telepathic Power, trying to blow up the Dark End Evaporation Dragon to cut off the combo. Of course, Xiao is going to trigger here and negate the Telepathic Power. We still get the GB88 to act as a shield. They're going to attack with the Lorpar. I'm not sure why they didn't attack with the House Dragon Maid. Maybe it can't attack when it's summoned or something. Yeah, I don't really know why. I mean, I would have had the Draining Shield anyways to protect myself. And that's kind of why I didn't use it too. I figured better recover 3k than 27k. But again, the nasty thing here is that they still had 2 Dragon Maids on the field. So they just triggered Dark End Evaporation Dragon, bring out another Xiao. Xiao's going to bring back another Dragon Maid. But because they triggered a effect, I can trigger the Mutant Fusion, bring out Synthesis. Synthesis activates to destroy the Xiao. They're going to effect Veiler. Synthesis to make itself immune. Of course, Xiao can chain to that before the immunity kicks in and destroys Synthesis. Synthesis gives me back GB88. But honestly, the main thing here was just getting Xiao off the field. I hadn't used my normal summon yet, so with Xiao gone, I can start really popping off here. So we summon the ST46. They summon the Baldrake, which means nothing to this deck. I've already done my fusion summon. It's not going to hurt me in the least bit. Evolution Lab into MO5. MO5 is going to search the mutant. You guys saw this combo from my duel against the Cyberdark deck. So here we're going to banish for Mutant Arsenal. Then we're going to do Mutant. We're going to banish for Beast. And the reason I didn't do a spell for Mist is because they don't have any traps, and I didn't expect them to play any traps, so I didn't really see it as useful. I wanted to hold on to the ST46 so I could search out Mutant Cry if I needed to, and I figured I would just leave the MO5 on the field in case I needed some banished material. So Arsenal into the House Dragon Maid, Beast into the Dark End Evaporation Dragon. So now their fusion summoning for Xiao is cut off, which was really, really needed. We had to shut that down. Here I went for Arsenal to banish their House Dragon Maid when they trigger Bestial Worm. And then Draining Shield to protect my Beast. Banish the Evolution Lab to negate the Dragon Maid changeover so they don't get Xiao back out. And we're in a pretty good spot right here. I wasn't super nervous. ST46 gives me Blast onto Beast. So then Arsenal can destroy the Dragon Maid, and then Blast can banish the Druis Worm so that its effect can't trigger, and get rid of my my Arsenal. And then how did I get Mist onto the field? Somehow I missed that. I still had the MO5 on the field, I think. Or no, I had the ST46 on the field. So I banished it face up with the Blast to bring out the Mist. Just as a big extra body. They're low on resources at this point. So, and I still had a card in hand to banish the Branded Regained. So honestly, it was fine with me. Good thing about the mutants is that when they're destroyed, you get your banished cards back. So I figured bringing Mist back was not the worst decision ever. Beast is destroyed, so we get back Clash, and it's almost GG. We're going to do Mist into the Baldrake, and then Arsenal attacks directly for 3k. Still in a pretty good spot right here. They're top decking, and they're going to Harpy's Feather Duster. That does not do them any good. And on my turn, we are going to hit for gain with Mist and Arsenal. So that one was a little bit more exciting. Took a little bit longer. We got 2 minutes left here. What do we have time for? 9 turns. We can't probably get to that one. 2 turns, 2 turns. 5 turns. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, Master Duel. Get rolling. Get rolling. Get rolling. We're down to 2 minutes. So this time, I just played this one, and somehow I don't remember who I was playing against, but we'll find out pretty quickly. Shadow, that's right. Okay, this one was a little bit tricky. They bring out the Wendigo. The Shadows are going to trigger. They're going to set a dragon. They're going to send a Shadow spell trap. They're going to set a monster and end their turn. From here, going into the MO5, grabbing an ST46. MO5 triggers, banishing the GB88 for a Beast. Mutant, and Mutant Expansion for Arsenal. Beast attacks the face down. They can't target Beast, so they bounce the Arsenal, set Draining Shield to protect Beast. And Beast is a pretty solid counter to Shaddoll. It's basically going to be able to negate their Shaddoll fusion cards. Can't be targeted by the flip effects of the Shaddoll monster, so Beast was really the MVP in this duel here. And then here we go. We're going into ST46, grabbing Evolution Lab, playing the Evolution Lab, bringing back the GB88 just as a card to banish, and then shuffling back the Arsenal, getting an MO5 out of it. I knew the monster had 0 defense, so ST46 attacks it. Beast into the Wendy. Wendigo protects Wendy, and then main phase 2, we're going to bring out Arsenal again by banishing another Mutant Expansion. They Foolish Burial. It wasn't worth negating here, but at this point, I triggered Arsenal on the monster effect to banish the GB88, get rid of the Wendigo, and at that point, they realized that it was GG. And we do have 2 more. I wish I could show you guys. I feel like the 9-turn duel was a pretty good one. I may just upload that as just pure duel replay without my commentary. But yeah, since I changed over decks, I would say that I've been having a better time in the Fusion Synchro event. Mutant is always a really fun deck to play, in my opinion. It's not meta, but it has a lot of, like, different things it can do to stand up to the meta. So that makes it pretty fun. But with that, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for checking out the video. Please leave some comments, like, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.